It's not a question of if, but of when and how big regarding a second wave of COVID-19 sweeping across Europe. And that's the chilling verdict from one of the top health officials on that continent. Our Kim Jae-hee has more on the current situation in Europe and the rest of the world.
The director of the European Center for Disease Prevention and Control, Andrea Ammon, says that although the timing and size is unknown, a second wave of COVID-19 is expected to hit Europe at some point. She explained 85% to 90% of Europe's population is still vulnerable to the virus, which is circulating much more than it did in January and February. She warned that it's not the time to completely relax and stressed Europe should ready itself for a second wave. Italy, one of the hardest hit countries in Europe with more than 228,000 cases and some 32,000 deaths, is also expressing concerns over a possible second wave. Italy's Prime Minister Giuseppe Conte thanked citizens on Thursday for following quarantine measures and said the worst had passed. That said, he still urged citizens to respect social distancing rules and to wear face masks, stressing that now is not the time for parties or enjoying nightlife and big gatherings. He warned that if infection rates rise again, the country will go back on lockdown. Elsewhere in Europe, COVID-19 cases in the UK have now topped 250,000, and death toll has surpassed 36,000. The UK government said around 17% of people in London and around 5% or more of the rest of the UK have tested positive for coronavirus antibodies, meaning they've already had the illness. Further afield, Iran reported nearly 2,400 new cases on Thursday, its highest daily rate in nearly 50 days. This raised the country's total infections to nearly 130,000. Russia, despite its relatively low death rate, has the second most confirmed cases in the world, with a total of around 317,000 cases and more than 3,000 deaths. Kim Jae-hee, Arirang News.